Well guys, it's January the 15th, 6:42. You can see the radio is all mixed up again. As we're at officially -40 all the way to the house to work, outside the shop again. And it is cold again today. Wish I could have stayed home in bed, but everybody's got to work for a living, so yeah, you can see the frost just falling on the sky. I don't know if you can see it in the video very well, but that's pretty heavy out there. So I've been struggling with my Jeep with a rattling noise ever since we got below zero. Rechecked all the nuts and bolts and everything. I'm just gonna go for a drive here and you can listen to it. But finally found the problem. The Rubicon Express shocks, the bushings have shrunk up in the cold and they're causing the rattle. So yeah, have a quick listen. And I contacted the Rubicon Express and they're very good about it, and they're going to send me out some new style bushings to try that should be a little better in the cold. They're suspecting, so I'm hoping that's the case, expecting them in the mail. And then we'll go over the repair procedure and replacement of the bushings, and then hope for the best. So let's go for a little drive and see what we got. You can hear the clunking, popping. As we drive down the street here. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. Yeah, it's a little disappointing when the noise started, but once we finally tracked it down, should be able to get it fixed. So I was just going to do a review on the Rubicon Express lift kit I put in. It was a 2.5 inch super ride lift with twin tube shocks for the 4-door. The kit number was JL7100T. This kit was very good to install. All the pieces were there when it arrived, and went on good. I just had to do a centering of the steering wheel to bring it back to 90 degrees parallel with the road, and make sure it was level going straight. Also then I didn't have to do much for the alignment. It was good. I've got 30,000 kilometers on my Jeep, about 10,000 with the lift kit. I've never experienced this depth wobble that some people are reporting. I'm suspecting most wobbles come from tire balance or your caster's out a little bit, but I imagine everybody has checked that. But I've been very lucky so far. I've not experienced it. Received a recall in the mail for the stabilizer shock. I'm going to get that put on very shortly here, but so far so good. I'm running 33-inch tires and never had a problem on normal driving. What I've found in experience that was a problem was when it got cold this fall, below 0 degrees Celsius here in Canada. I started to experience a small rattle every once in a while. Did a round of bolt checks, found everything to be good and tight. Did a few plastic trimming that had rubbed and chafed on the Rubicon, trimmed that back, still had the little rattle. As it got colder, it got worse, and couldn't find it after about 3 rounds of bolt checks. The problem was I'd experience bringing it in the shop, melt all the snow off, and everything would come up to temperature. So when we had our minus 40 degree weather here in town about a week ago, I crawled under the truck. I got some short videos that I'm going to splice in here, and found that the bushings and the shocks had shrunk up in the cold, and we're doing rattling and moving around quite a bit. So I contacted the Rubicon Express through their website, talked to them with some emails, sent some pictures, a short video. They responded very quickly and very good to my needs. The package was just put on last May, so not even a year old, and experienced the bushing noise. So after about 4 days of waiting in the mail, the new bushings have showed up. So I'm going to put these in today. They sent me enough bushings to do all 4 corners. Part number is a Pro Comp number, and if you're experiencing this with the Rubicon Express, I'm hoping that this part number will fix the problem. I'm going to do the install today, do some miles on it, and then do a final report. But they were quite confident that the new style bushings would do the trick. Instead of just a rubber, they're a nylon type bushing, and should respond better to the cold weather and the shrinkage. So we're going to tear into the Jeep today. We're going to put all these new bushings in the new shocks, and then take it for a drive for the next day or two and see how it responds to the cold weather. Alright, so 18 millimeter socket, a swivel, an extension. Well, and the strong bar, I guess, first. Told you I went over everything. Top bolt out. we go. We got her off. So just complete that on the other 3 corners, and then we'll go do the bushings. Okay, now you get your shock out on the bench. I'm going to cut the rubber boot retainer, a little zip tie. Get it out of the way. You can see the movement here. That rubber bushing, they just aren't holding up. Lower one, same thing. Okay, so we're going to push this here, pushing the insert out, put the new ones in. You're going to need a socket. This is 1 3/16 or sleeve, one on the back side. Started. Right. Give her a push. Work itself out. Socket. Put on this side and finish pushing it out. Inserts out. Now we're gonna cheat on this in a bit. I'm gonna show you how to just cut this in half, and then we can slide it in from both ends into this bushing here once we get it out, and save a lot of struggle. Work this bushing out slowly in the vise or by hand. Get a good grip on it here now, and it's properly out. It'll be a little bit tight. It's going to be a little bit tight on these. that is very pliable. This end here. Just falling out of it. See how rusty it is around there, so it's been staying for quite a little while now. So grab my new ones and slide them in, and yeah, get our new ones in our package. Way harder. I like to use a little liquid soap. Slide these in. A lot of guys use WD-40, but some of them penetrating oils like to break down these bushings when they're premature. Liquid dish soap, it'll go in and wash out the first 2 or 3 puddles you hit. Apply liberally. Pushy in your area. Don't be scared to make it slip slidey. Then just press it in. Same on the other end. Now we're going to cut this in half, right in the middle, perfectly in the middle, and then we can insert it and save fighting with these high edges, trying to push it through that brand new tight bushing. A little hacksaw, a little air hacksaw. And we'll just clean these up on the grinder quick. And we just slide them into that new bushing. Ready for reassembly. Well, I got this other front one out. And I just wanted to point out this here bushing here, split right in half. So yeah, if you're getting these shocks, I definitely look at upgrading to the Pro Comp bushings, part number there. Yeah, I'm just doing this now, but they're definitely a way better material. So let's pop these ones out and get them changed out. Now this bushing here just beat right out of it. It's a shame, only like 20,000 kilometers on them. Beat up. The last time I marked this edge here and here, and then cut it in half. That way we can line up our cut pieces when we're done. All you need is just a little center punch chisel or hole chisel. So if your cut's off a little bit, you know you got it lined up. Okay, just clean that up in the grinder. Both sharp edges. Lots of soap again. Bushing. So this Rubicon Express kit, recommended for the hard parts. The shocks are a little bit on the weak side. If I was to order the kit again, I would get just a kit with the shock extensions and run my factory shocks until you can afford the upgrade to the heavy duty Fox shocks or the Rubicon Express shocks, and bypass the ones they supply in this cheaper kit and just get the lift kit with the extensions and run your factory shocks until you get the extra $500 or $600 and put the really nice heavy duty shocks on. That'd be my recommendation. But overall, the hard parts are good. Springs, sway bar link kit, extension arms, and yeah, so that's my opinion on the kit. And they were great to deal with, to get the bushing sent out to fix what I needed to be fixed for now. But we'll see how these work and go from there. Thanks for watching. like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned. Thanks. Bye.